don't feel comfortable doing that. No, I don't want to do that. And my thing is, you got to stop being on that phone. Him calling you, no. Well, he says I got to pick the phone up. Tell him I'm driving right now. I can't pick the phone up. I'm driving right now. Smoke. I don't feel safe. Shut it down. Now, in doing this, you must understand that your checks are gonna get smaller. Will, I see you. Thanks for showing love to the Cash App and actually supporting content that's gonna help some drivers. Thank you. You gotta understand that not driving does affect your check. So let's put it to you this way. I'm down Madrid, Ohio. Snowstorm come off of Michigan. Lock the place down with snow. I go to sleep 7 o'clock that night. I'm on a loose goose load. It's open on both ends on the back end yonder. I get up, lay in the bed. I don't get up immediately because it's like that. The chaos in the morning I ain't interested in. First thing I go to is my weather app. What does it look like out there? Oh, snowstorm hit last afternoon. It's done snowing. Now the next thing we're looking for, next thing we need to know is if they plowed the roads. If it snowed the afternoon yesterday and they done plowed the roads and the roads is getting clear by 9 o'clock in the morning, you should be able to drive. I'm also checking Google to see about the accidents because there are going to be accidents, bro. I'm checking Google, see if they're going to be some accidents. All right, road's getting pretty clear. The sun's coming out. I'm going to go do what I got to do. If you're still sitting there, I'm just scared. You in the wrong business. That's the truth. You're in the wrong business. There's a thin line between scared. Roy, I see you. Thanks for showing love to the Cash App. There's a thin line between scared and destroying your check for the week. And some roads, you can drive on. Like if I'm going through Indiana on the 80 and all that type of stuff, I'm gonna drive on that, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like 80 is a drivable road in snow. But if they're trying to send you up to 70 past Denver, that's a rough deal, bro. You got to know the difference. Because you thought this job was going to be easy. It's not an easy job, bro. It's not an easy industry to be in. I lead a truck stop. I am going to be doing a road test from my parking space to the fuel pump, from the fuel pump to the exit, down the exit. That means I'm gonna hit the gas kind of hard a little bit right there in the parking lot. See if my tires slip. I'm gonna brake a few times when I'm going like 10 miles an hour to see what my grip's like, just to get a feel for the ground a little bit. Once I know, okay, this is, what I'm saying, it is what it is. What I'm saying, I'm gonna pull on to the highway. How fast you gonna go, TB? I'm not going 65 miles an hour. I'm sorry. And this is gonna piss some vets off in here. I'm not going 75 miles an hour. There's one simple maneuver in driving in snow. Slow down. That's simple, man. It ain't complicated. Slow down. You understand that? I gotta wait on this one, y'all, because I don't feel like y'all. They never get it, you. Slow down. Stay in the travel lane. There's a lot. Look, they're dropping gems in there. Man, listen, bro. Y'all not getting it, man. But he's rushing me. No such thing. No such thing, bro. You got to slow it down, brother. This is not one of those things you're going to rush through because you're going to hit the wrong patch and you're going to be screwed. You're going to hit the wrong patch and you're going to be screwed. My face is on the front of my Cash App, bro. I don't understand what you mean by you're going to, $HAWN. $HAWN BROWN. That's how you get it. It's right there on the screen. How do you know when black ice is other than sliding? Well, the whole point of black ice is you don't know. That's why they call it black ice. It becomes dangerous. I've showed y'all videos of me driving through mountain roads in the snow. How did I get through those? I went slow. Now, you're going to run into a species of trucker that I'm going to warn you about. This species of trucker is called the super trucker. The super trucker usually runs some type of a more construction-like dedicated route. They usually have a square nose 379. They're hauling dump or aggregate or something like that. Something where they don't have to really be OTR, but they're still the most macho people in the world, but they can't get home. Whatever. It's probably an 18 speed cut off pipe down the county, and he runs that thing straight into the freaking ground. And his shifter is usually taller than him, and his hands up there like this, sir. Okay, his hands up there like that, ruining his shoulder. He's sitting low. He wants you to know it's time to go. That guy, that's the guy you got to watch out for. He has him lights is going. He's running them thing, and he wants to prove to all the snub-nosed driving, corporate drive company guy rookies, he want to prove that it ain't slippery today. That's who you got to watch out for, because he'll kill you. He'll get you killed. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to see you. He's going to jump out the travel lane, which is clear. He's going to jump over to the white lane. He's going to drop it down. And he's going to hit it as fast as he can hit it to go past you, because he want to scare you, because he think it's funny. And he's going to jump on his striker radio, and he's going to turn up the distortion. And he's going to say, all right, driver, you scared of driver? Sure, you scared of time to ride. He gonna hit it full speed. Yeah. He gonna hit it full speed to prove to you why you scared. It's easy to do. This ain't hard. You just a rookie. The species of driver that is a super trucker. Now, assuming, as DC Trucker say, assuming you even have a CB, you got to have a CB. Because you want to be able to hear stuff before it gets to you. So you trying to keep it together, you white knuckling it. He going to look over at you like this, like, what you scared of, Ricky? He going to fly past you 73 miles an hour while you going 50. And he has the largest chubby that he's ever had in his life because he feels like a man. That person is a complete idiot. And yes, they wipe out too. Matter of fact, I would be even more dangerous to say they wipe out more than anybody. Because down in the county, we have a saying, they believe fat meat ain't greasy. Courage, it tells me. You don't gotta tell people what you sent me, bro. It'll tell me what you sent me. You gotta put your business out there, bro. But yeah, they believe fat meat ain't greasy. They believe that they went up against the road for many years, or a few years, and they believe that they're the champions of the road. But if you've been driving for a long time, you'll know there's only one champion. There's only one continuous winner in this game, and that's the road. The road never loses. I'll let that soak in for you. The road never loses. You can't tell me one time the road lost. The road never loses. It can see what you're doing, and it's going to let you get by today. It may let you get by for 365 days. But one day, your slip going to be showing. And the road going to get you because you're not respecting the road. You got to respect the road. I don't know no way else to tell you that. You got to respect the road. And these fools don't respect the road. And let me tell you something. When the road get to them cheeks, man, when the road get to them loose cheeks, it's not going to be nice about it. It's not going to be nice about it, man. It's not. So how does an accident like that happen, TB? Well, the super trucker says, ain't nobody going to touch me. I'm hot. So he flies past you. Eventually, he gets past the whole pack. When you're driving, you're gauging other drivers, you're gauging other trucks, you have a sense of speed. Once he gets past that, he's living the dream. Brian Lee, I see you. Thanks for supporting the gas. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. He gets past you. And he's going so good. He thinks, man, these dudes are rookies, man. Everything's great. He goes up, he goes down, he goes left, he goes right. There's a corridor up the lane where the road goes up like this. There's like two embankments. So you're running through the street, and the vets know what I'm getting at. There's two big hills of dirt, and you drive through it. He been in old road. The sun been on the ground. The sun. The snow is kind of melting to the point where the streets looks clear. It looks like it's good. He's good in the hood. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody happy. But when you get to these embankments, the sun is blocked out from a certain direction. So all the street within this embankment is in the shade. And if you don't know about running down the county, you don't know about running in the snow or the cold, or the ice, the shade, someone done hit me. The shade will kill you. But he don't know that because like DC Trucker said, he's a super trucker with 1.5 years experience. He's really not that experienced at driving. He just feels he is. He feels he is. Jordan, I see you. Top person to the cash app. Big dog. The only one that has really good money. You the boss, man. I don't know what you doing over there. What you driving now, Jordan? Because you got all the money. See, DC Trucker would have seen them embankments. You heard me? Jua would have seen them embankments. Jaron Gordon, he'd have seen them embankments and saw the shadow on the road. He'd have dialed back. He dialed it back. 10-11 would have seen him embankments. First thing she did, left off the gas. Dropped that thing down 15, 20 miles an hour. They dropped it down. My question to you, does the super trucker do that? I'm going to let y'all answer. Does the super trucker see them embankments in the shadow on the road? Does he slow down? No. 1011 says, that's unsafe. She backs it down. Super trucker says, I'll show you how to do it. And he keep on going. He keep on going. Hell, he drop it down again. Because it's on a slight incline. So let me paint this picture for you. Things on the side, shade hits the ground. The snow has been melting, but then the shade hits it. It's a slight incline, so he drops down, hit the gas even harder. So he hitting this joint, smoking at about 67 miles an hour. Yeah. Now, when you get up into this hill and you hit that shade, when it goes up, it goes into a curve. The weight of the truck may not present an issue. But what happened when he hit that curve? What happened when he hit that curve down the county? The road pops up as a spirit and says, I'm waiting on you. You. I remember you. You. You the one can't nobody touch. You Hot Dog McGee. Ain't no one gonna touch you. You the best driver in the world. That road get to curving like this hill, ever so slightly. And as that road hits that curve, the road it curves like this, and the truck is going in a straight line. Truck's going in a straight line, but the road curves like this. All he's gonna do is keep going straight. He's gonna turn the wheel, and the truck's not gonna respond. Truck ain't gonna respond to it. So, do you? Let me stop y'all right here. Stop him in this moment in time. There is no worse emotional damage. There's no worse feeling. There's no bigger fear to a trucker, to your body, as when you give the truck a command and nothing happens. That scares you to your core. When you turn the wheel and it just goes loosey-goosey, it just turned like this with no friction, and the truck don't respond. So then you hit the gas. The next thing he's gonna do is hit the brake. Oh, and nothing happens. Your body, it just drops. It's like, oh, I'm screwed. I done messed up. What happened was the rod grabbed his truck by the britches and said, I'm waiting on you, boy. So when he tried to stop and turn, it just slid him right off the road because the curve, he just slid right off the embankment. Bow. Right off the embankment. Come here. I'm assuming as a super trucker, he's still like this here. Now, he could be scared. Now, I'm a regular mortal. I'd be scared, but super truck wouldn't be scared. He probably thought, I'm going to crash, then I'm going to stick it. And he probably thought he was going to stick it. But no, you're not going to stick it. That's it. It got you. The truck got you. Because you done got too big for your britches. And then the road's got to remind you, I never lose. I seen you back when you was in trucking school. You thought you was Hot Willie McGee. I seen that, and I waited on you. I seen when you got your first truck in the 3rd week, you start putting your leg up on the dashboard because you ain't scared of me no more. I waited on you. Understand that? We got to the point where you thought you was so comfortable you could watch YouTube videos while you drive. I waited on you. It got so good you can FaceTime your old lady and your old lady show her breasts and you start watching the road. I waited on you. I waited on you. When you start getting road rage at 3 months because you think you know the road better than anybody, I waited on you. Yeah. And when you drove past the road, all the road thought was sugar butt. That's all he thought when you drove by. That's all the road thought. He think he bigger than the road. You're not. You're not. We waited on you. We waited on you down the county. When it rained and you think it ain't slippery down south, but them oils come up out the pavement. That's actually the most slippery time to drive when it rained. When the first time it rained and them oils come out the ground, you slide right off the road during that time. I waited on you then. I didn't say nothing. That time you hit that flood water where it was a 3, 4, 5 inches of water down there and you hit it as fast as you could because you said you didn't want to stall your truck, which is stupid. Your truck's too high. But there's a thing called hydroplaning. I let you get by. I gave you a pass. You didn't, nothing happened. You good. That time you started going down the mountain, you got bored. You was on Donna's Pass. You got bored. You didn't want to go 35 miles an hour no more. So what did you do? You put your signal light on, went up a gear, and up to the 45 miles an hour down Donna's Pass and start passing people and calling them scared. I let you get by. There is a accumulation of bad habits that the road been letting you slide on. It's been letting you go. Are you good? That time you trailer check somebody, I let you get by. But you're not getting by on this one. You're going to get them cheeks up. He going to try to correct. It's not going to work. By the time the nose turns left, he's going to already be into that embankment. Hopefully the truck stays intact and he stays on his side and it just slides and stops. That's what we hope. That's what we hope. Because people, they walk away from stuff like that. They live. And they blame everybody but themselves. Oh, the roads weren't plowed correctly. Oh, I had a brake chamber go out. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You thought the road won't go get you, and it is going to get you. You lost respect for your job. You got to the point where I'm not scared. Emerson, this industry hates someone like me. I'm not good for business. That's why they shut me out. That's why I'm 100-something thousand subs with no sponsors. Because I talk too much real shit. You got to be a fake motherfucker to get sponsors. That's the truth. The faker you are, the more sponsors you get. That's why I tell you, hit the gas, yeah. Show me some love. Because they're not going to embrace me here. Everybody's happy when the road's paying them. Everybody's happy when they're looking cool in the truck. Everybody's happy then. But nobody's happy when they lose respect for the road. And the road get them cheeks. And this is a situation when DC the trucker, Joran, Ken Kimbaro, they're going to drive right past you. Because you probably didn't die. You looking crazy, side of the road. And all of them, you pass DC trucker. You pass Kimbaro. I see you, Big Knock. You pass Ben Kimbaro. You pass Joran, DC trucker, 1011, trucker Jew. You pass all of them and look down on them. And now every single one of them are going to pass you at 50-something miles an hour. Looking. And all of them are going to have the story of when a hot boy drove past them and ended up crashed 20 miles down the road. Everyone has that story in trucking. He passed me going this fast, then I get out, and he done crashed. And all of them saying the same thing. That's what you get. Because you done got bigger than the road. And the road don't play that. That's what happened, Mill. You got bigger than the road, didn't you? Hold on. You got bigger than the road. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they talk about it on CB, absolutely. And the snow done got you. You respect the road and you damn sure fear the road when the goddamn snow get there. You are dealing with friction, science, no friction. You're dealing with a lot of things. Let me tell you something, just go slower. Just go slower. If you're unsure of the road, put on your hazards and go slower. Go 50 miles an hour. Screw it. They shouldn't be going that fast anyway. Go slower. Slow it down. Oh, 10, 11. They're going to blame the road. I appreciate you, Judah. Yeah. They're going to blame the road. The road. No. The road let you pass 30 times. Not touch your cheeks. What you going to do? And then they got to stand there while we drive by in shame. That's what it is. Those dudes are in shame. They're in shock and shame. You be cool as you want in this game, man. But if the coolest people in this game, safety's the number one priority when they leave the house. Not money. Not money. No. Money will tell you you're tired, but I'm going to drive 30 miles over to the shipper and sleep there so I can wake up and have a good clock, and you crash and kill somebody. That's what money does. You don't play with that. The main thing that I'm going to tell y'all the secret to how I got through 11 years, 12 years with no accident. I'll wait. Y'all want to know the secret of this? Do you want to know the secret to how I got through 11, 12 years, no accidents? And I run the Badlands. A lot of y'all scared of it. I run the worst parts of America except for Alaska. I ain't that gangster. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll wait for you to ask, though. You want to know? Participation. Do you want to know? Joran wants to know the secret. That's one. I don't know why Jerry got all the money. Jordan wants to know the secret. Emerson Fair wants to know the secret. Alaska's a monster I'm not interested in. They can have it. Mark wants to know the secret. They hitting the cash app. Want to know the secret. The secret, he giving us game. Like, hey, man, you know how I do. 150 people in here, only 50 likes. But that's how they do you. The best way, the way I got through this whole game, that's one, Mario. That's one. The best way I got through this whole game without hitting nothing in the wintertime, and this is going to be crazy, is knowing when to not drive and when to stop driving. That's how. And it's a combination of the condition of the weather and the terrain I'm about to drive. The condition of the weather and the terrain I'm about to drive. Because y'all think, oh, it's just the weather. No, it's not. Like I said, if I'm going through flatlands like Nebraska, I'll drive through some wicked stuff. Look, see, Ben Cambera, one of the main contributors to the Cash App. What'd he say? Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. That's it. That way you nip it in the bud before you even get there. So, let's see. It's been a bad snowstorm, which done turned up, rolled over, turned into ice. And all I got to do is go through Iowa, Nebraska. Am I going to drive? That's all ahead of me is Iowa, Nebraska. Bad snowstorm. Am I going to drive through that terrain? Now this is going to be the vets talking because they know the terrain just by me saying the word. 10-11 tell me. If all I got to do is go through Iowa, a little bit Nebraska, would I drive through that in the bad snowstorm? Mario, tell me. Rookies, stop being quiet. You got to speak. Closed mouth don't get fed. That's your problem. You just look at Lewin. Say something. That's your problem. Participation. I want you to make sure you're learning. Iowa, Nebraska, bad snowstorm. Do I proceed with that terrain? Twain says yes. 10-11 says no. Mario says Nebraska, yes. Yeah, it's yes. I mean, it's for the most part, it's flat. It's flat. There's no problem. A little flat work. It's light work. It ain't hard. Yeah. All right. Let's turn it down again. Let's switch it up again. I have driven into up South Dakota. I'm up to 29. It's starting to snow bad. I keep going up to 29. It starts to snow terribly bad. My next turn is to make 11 on a 94. I make 11 on a 94. I get in the middle of North Dakota. And I stop before Billings, Montana. That night, the snow, it gets bad. They talking about closing the road. That means once I wake up and I'm about to go into Montana, I'm about to go through Montana, Idaho, and they say the roads, you should not be on them. Am I going to drive through that terrain when they say don't get on it? Emerson McCary, thanks for showing love to the Cash App, showing love to the channel. I appreciate you. Because a lot of y'all ain't from out the Badlands. You're not. You from down south. That's the truth. I can see my analytics, bro. Y'all are from down south and east. Couple of California boys, couple of New Mexican boys, stuff like that. If you're not used to snow, you ain't got no business riding through Montana and Idaho on the 90, 94. It ain't for you. You got to learn that. Now, TB, did you drive through it? Yeah, I've done it. I've had gigs where all I had to do was just all I did was just go from Colorado up to Idaho and Washington all day, all year. I've gotten used to it. I know how to drive in it. I know how to drive in it. You learn it. You learn how, and one of the key things we do, people who've lived in these areas and had to drive through it all year round, is we learn to read the road. Now, this is only a 60% success rate. It's not an exact science, but you read the road. You read the road. You read it. So when an experienced driver is driving, he's looking at his mirrors. He's looking forward to make sure he's not running into anything, and he's glancing down at the road. Reading the road. It's not an exact science. It's like a thing telling you and giving you a slight estimation of how slick the road is at all times. They're glancing down, reading it. Since you started your trucking journey, or you've been in your trucking training, did anyone tell you in school to read the road? Anyone say that to you? CBs are $75, bro. You don't gotta get a nice one. I'm just getting back home, y'all. I got trouble and beat up, man. I'm working hard. I know y'all want me to come on here, so I came on here with y'all. Just excuse my yawning because I'm running all night, bro. Who told you read the road? Now, it's not exact science. I can't break down what you're looking for. I believe it's more of a times you've been on roads and how slick it was. You're trying to look at what the road looks like and compare it to those times. It's not exact science. It's something you learn. But you got to read it. Just driving and hoping that you don't slip off the road is not the way to do it. 60, 70 miles an hour on snow is not brave. It's stupid. It's stupid. But no one wants to hear the free game. No one does. So what I want you to do is, when this snow comes, there's a mixture of knowing when not to drive, and there's a mixture when you should have the courage to drive. And while you're doing it, you need to be learning. You need to learn your truck, how much it slips. You need to learn the road. You got to remember what states is brutal. You know, I'll drive over a mountain in the Badlands in the middle of winter. I'll do that. I've done it hundreds of times, but I don't do it at night. I don't do it at night. Absolutely not. No. I try to do it when the sun is at the top. I don't give a hoot, bucket, Sebastian, why this load or when this load got to be here. If it's coming up on 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I got a freaking big boy mountain ahead of me, I'm shutting it down. Why are you shutting it down, TB? Well, I'm giving them time to work on the road. They're gonna work on that road all night. They're gonna salt the road, put that good salt down. They're gonna scrape the road, get everything over to the side up a couple of times. Then when the morning come, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna scrape the road. They're gonna do all that stuff. I'm gonna hit that thing. I'm gonna try to be at the top of that mountain about 10, 11 o'clock. That's about the best condition I'm gonna get. That's about the best condition I'm gonna get. Then I hit it. Yeah. Now you got to deal with the load. How do I handle a load when it's snow? He says it got to be here this time, and I shoot back contingent on weather. You don't control when the load get there. The weather does. Your DM can't send you up into the Badlands and tell you it got to be there. No, that ain't how that works. And I stop them right there in the tracks. That ain't how that works. What do you mean? It depends on if the weather keeps up. Oh, I mean, of course. No, it doesn't go without saying. It goes with saying. The weather can come through here, shut this whole program down. The great state of Idaho can shut all the roads down, and that's something they do often. The Badlands will shut the road down, and there'll be no loads going through here. None. There'll be no loads going through here. They're up. 80s closed. 90s closed. 29 closed. They just shut it down. Which leads me to my next point. The winter is here now. Everybody needs to have unperishables. You need to have oodles and noodles. You need to have canned goods. You need to have water, jugs of water. You need to have all that in your truck, man. You don't know how long you're going to be stuck on the side of the road. That depending on the truck stop, that got to stop. You can't do that. You need to have tuna fish packets. You need to have stuff you can eat and water. If you look back at your situation right now and you ain't got no oodles and noodles, no non-perishable items, and you about to hit this winter OTR, you are messing up, bro. You know, cheese. You need to have stuff like tuna fish and crackles, noodle cups, cup of noodles. You need to have, bread is something you got to refresh every week, but it's good to have some bread, peanut butter jelly. You got to have some food, man. Gotta have some food, bro. You can get stuck in Wyoming for 2 days, not at a truck stop. Cause y'all think, oh, they'll get you into the truck stop. No, they won't. They just shut the road down. And even if they get you into a truck stop, them facilities are gonna be so overrun. Do you know what those truck stops look like when they shut the road down for 2 days? There's trucks everywhere. That's a good point, Juwab. You cannot totally depend on your bunk heater and your truck staying running. Get you a sleeping bag. Get you a sleeping bag. Yeah. TB ain't never had a sleeping bag. That's what you do. I don't know where you live. You can go to yourself a Caribou. You can go to a Sports Authority. You can go to a Shields. You can go to a REI. You need to get yourself about $200 spared up and go get you a big boy. Make sure as long as you are, if you're tall, you need to get you a real one of them sleeping outside sleeping bags. You need to get a real sleeping bag, yo. You need to get you a real sleeping bag. And let me tell you, this is not an exaggeration. It will save your life. Because sometimes you're a rookie. You could have not put that fuel treatment in there. That fuel gel up. Ain't no guarantee that heater gonna keep running. -20, yeah, that's exactly right. -20 rated. And you need one that zips all the way up. You also need to go on down now. You need to get yourself some baselines. If you from down the county, you gonna call them Lon Johns. No. These baselines I want you to get, you cannot get them until you get to the Midwest. Everything all the way east and south is crap. That's nothing. That's not gonna help you. You need to get up north towards the Midwest, get up towards the north and stuff. You need to pull the truck into a Caribou or pull the truck into a Shields, and you need to go in there and tell them I need some baselines. You got to go in there and get you some, and you get the severe rated ones. They'll look like leggings, but they're thick. You need to get the severe rated ones. You need a top and you need a bottom. They're like stretch pants and a shirt. You need to get them. And once you get those, you need to get more than one pair too. I'm telling you that because they're not cheap. They're like $30, $40 a pop. You need to get more than one pair, and then you need to go get yourself some bibs or some coveralls. I get the Carhartt Gore-Tex Field winter coveralls. They last me about 9 years. They last a long time, and that's what you need to be stumping around in. That walking around in flip flops, that ain't gonna work. You need to get you some real shoes. And that way you can still, because I understand, I ran the Badlands flatbed. That means I worked out there in that stuff. And that way you be good to go. So if the truck craps out on you, you could put all your gear on, get in that sleeping bag, and survive. People freeze to death every year. You understand that? People freeze to death every year. Large candle. Have fun in China, Eric. I see you. Extra water, extra food. Yeah. Mommy sleeping bag. I'm trying to tell you. Gore-Tex. Hunting. But yeah, that hunting gear is made for you to be in the elements, man. And I know y'all think, oh, TB just talking crazy, man. This stuff will save your life, bro. And since you stuck in that truck 2 to 3 days, guess what you should have got that I already told you to get? What? A bucket. Because where you going to poop at? Where are you going to poop? Oh, wait. Where you going to poop at? You going to be in there 3 days. Yeah. Now online, you can go on Amazon and you can get a collapsible toilet. You just put a bag around it. You can have a collapsible toilet. Yeah. Unless you're gonna get out the truck in negative 26 degrees with a high wind chill, and you're gonna stand in that snow and pull your giblets out in that cold and sit there for 10, 11 minutes pooping in the cold. That's what you about to do? Man, bro. I hope not. I hope not. Gotta get you extra anti-gel. I like using the 911 the 911 red bottle. That's what I like to use. I'm in Montana on my in Seattle, Washington, going through the snow right now. Hey, I tell you, the snow is here. The snow is here. It ain't went nowhere. When them giblets get to hanging and that snow get to hitting them balls, man, I've done it. I've been there. It is not a good feeling, bro. It's not a good feeling. You just out. Yo, it is not a good feeling, man. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. I'm telling you. Bad nephew sent me some love. I appreciate you, homeboy. Top person in the Cash App right now is Joran. It's not a good feeling, man. They say behind curtains anywhere in the U.S., bucket and a bag and done. TB, they going to try. TB don't know what he's saying. Yeah, they going to try. They going to try to say that, Brent. Until they, let me tell y'all a story. My father told me years ago down the county, he said, listen, you got to get yourself a bucket. I told him I'm a real G. I run the road, baby. I ain't scared of no road. I need no bucket, sucker. I get the bucket anyway because my dad told me to do it, and I do what my father tells me. Bucket sits there for months. I never use it. And I'm thinking this thing in my truck is in the way. You don't know what he's talking about. I had a glance thought to take the bucket out because it's taking up space. Eric, you know what it is. So one day, I think I was in Scoop Bucket, Mississippi, down the county. I had picked up from a steel place. No, I think I dropped off. I had dropped off a coil. Now, drop the coil off, and what happens with these metal places or these places you drop this material off to, it's usually in the back roads in the back road, and you got to come off the back road for like 50, 60 miles before you get to some civilization down the county. There is no real gutters. There's no real shoulders or nothing, so you hop on. They took forever. I undid what I was supposed to do. I'm waiting here. I go on my back to my reserve of food, and I'm low. And I had a couple of cans of hot double spicy chili. I even took cuts of cheese and put it on top of the chili because I'm thugging. Whatever. I drink me a cold Gatorade with it. Everything's fine. Everything's good here. It filled me up. I feel fulfilled. I say when they was taking it off the truck, I felt the but I thought, man, forget about it. It's not that big of a deal. You be like, hey. I'll use the bathroom at the Loves. You hear me? I'll use the bathroom at the Loves. Yeah. Petty officer, I appreciate the love. Understand when you don't hit the Cash App and you go through corporate regime, they take 50% of that. So, I turn out of the plane. I put all my gear up, tarps, chains, everything. Put my things up. I was like that. I go to reach for the door. I hear it again. I'm thinking, man, I'm a gangster. Scared of this? I'm trying to get out of here, baby. I hit the curve, hit the road. The road gets smaller, more woods, and it hits me again. I'm thinking, I'm a thug. I keep driving. Hit a curve, hit a curve, hit a curve. This street, that street, that street. And I'm thinking, well, damn. Where the truck stop at? Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm driving. At this point, I'm going 63 miles an hour on the 55. Back road, flying, trying to get there. Help me! Biggity, 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 biggity. And then the pain turns to a lingering pain. Oh, no. I done messed up. Man. It gets to the point where I'm squiggling in the seat. I'm squiggling. So I see to the point where the yards are like in the front. You can kind of like pull in. I get to a portion where it's no more, because down the kind of a lot of the streets have these old school gutters that are just dug, so you can't get on the shoulder. I got to a point where it was more modern, and I could pull over into somebody's like front yard. Like the yard just turns into the street down there. So I pull into the front yard. I was keeping it together, but when I stood up, it's like it just hit me. It just was like, no. No, you think you think you gonna walk this off? No, I ain't no walking off. Ain't no walking off. And what did I reach for? The bucket. I reached for the bucket. I'm fumbling with the bucket. I'm trying to get the bag. And then there was one of them bags where you had to keep doing this to try to open it. You keep doing this to try to open it. I see you, petty officer. I keep trying to open it, and it wouldn't open. I cannot make this up. It would not open, bro. Y'all ever had them bags at the grocery store you trying to open and you can't get it? So at this point, I'm in full scream. They trying to get me. I get it open. Fop. I'm trying to put it around the thing, and I hear brr, brr, brr. And I'm like, So now I'm just in there, And as soon as I get it to try to climb on top of it, that sucker started coming out. Yeah. Man. I hate to tell y'all. I got some on the floor. The curtain in my Kenworth had it on there. But once I got it centered on that freaking bucket, I just let it go. Pop, pop, pop. And listen, it's down the county. So I'm sweating. 260-pound man sitting on this bucket, sweating, bro. Sweating. Sweating. I mean, the sweat is dripping, bro. And I'm just breathing like, help me, Jesus. Sweating. Man. On the bucket, bro. No seat. It's just cutting into my thigh meat. I mean, you would think it could get no worse. But I'm about, after you finish letting it out and you need like a 10-minute recoup, sit down and get your life together moment, what do I hear? The homeowner knocks on the door. I'm thinking, oh no, help me. Oh God, help me, Jesus. At this point, I got collective roll and titty meat, sweat everywhere. I'm a young buck, so I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, dude. It's like, no. I've never eaten chili again. That was 7 years ago. So, and I love chili. That's the sad thing. I try to wipe myself. Help me, Jesus. Wipe myself, pull it up, roll the window down. He says, you good now? I said, sir, I'm so sorry to pull up in your yard. I'm just having some stomach issues. That dude was a retired trucker. And he says, take all the time you need. I've been there. And he walks back in the house. Let me slide, bro. Now let's pontificate on if I would have ignored my father and didn't get that bucket. If I would have ignored my father and didn't get that bucket. I ignored him. He's old man. He don't know what he's talking about. What type of situation would I be in? Yeah. I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed. And whose fault would it be? It would be mine. It would be my fault. It'd have been my fault because I didn't listen. That's the truth. I'm thinking, I'm 2 years in. My dad, he drove back in the day, but, I'm the new wave. You can't tell me nothing. What he gonna tell me? I'm really in the street like that. You can't tell me that. I'm really running out here. Save my life. I had to wipe the poop off the thing. I had to use spray, get the poop off the thing. I had to clean them off the floor. Yeah. Yeah. It gets real, man. This also can happen. This also can happen when you eat that food at the counter at the truck stop. Y'all fools like to go get them pizzas from Pilot, and that stuff that's right where you go up to the counter is just food there. Man, that stuff will kill your stomach, bro. Let me tell you something. It will kill your stomach, man. And a lot of y'all young, y'all got those brass stomachs right now, but that's gonna go away. That's gonna go away. That's gonna go away, man. So you listen. When I go to Starbucks, you can't put no dairy. If they put dairy in my latte, they have ruined my day. And when they do it, I watch them. Let me tell you something. A forgotten no dairy call latte will kill you. Yeah, you go up there get one of them glizzies. Hot dogs tear you up, bro. So you got to watch that stuff, bro. And that's why I said it's all year round. And my thing is, what do y'all think y'all are getting into? I could tell you what I thought when I was in trucking school. Coming from hard working in construction down in the county, I thought this about to be a breeze. These fools ain't working hard. Oh, I thought it was going to be nothing. This is nothing. Do this in my sleep, baby. Man, I learned so many valuable lessons getting in this game, bro. Truth is, it ain't easy. It's not, bro. You can build the skill to where it become easy to you, but this is not an easy career. It's not easy, man. And a lot of people think, oh man, it's gonna be a breeze. It's not, bro. And that's why people quit out. Because they get in here and they realize it's a summer struggle, a fall struggle, a winter struggle, a city struggle. It's a struggle. And you got to learn the revolutionary trucking principles to survive in this joint. If not, you're going to blow out or you're going to crash out. That's the truth. You're going to blow out or you're going to crash out. That's a fact. And you scared of something like snow. There's way more stuff more scarier than snow out here. Way more stuff. More scarier than snow. I see you third joint Bati. I appreciate it. It teaches you many life lessons. It also teaches you to budget your money. It teaches you to be nice to people because you never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're talking to. It teaches you to be nice to your fellow driver because you can slide off the road in the cold and they can drive right past you. That's the truth. It teaches you it also teaches you that everybody's different. It don't matter the race. Sometimes you run into people, cool people that's different colors. Sometimes you run into racist people. Sometimes you run into ghetto black people. Sometimes, it's all different type of stuff going on. So at this point, it teaches you I can't judge a book by its cover. You gotta learn that. It also teaches you don't need a bunch of shit. You don't need a fancy car. You don't need a car. You don't need nothing. You start realizing all the stuff that people run after you don't need. I don't need all that. You know how many times I pulled into town and just slept in my truck the whole 4 days? Now, I go see people, I pull up next to my car where it said the truck yard, but I won't get a hotel. It's like, man, I need a hotel for just take a shower. Take a shower at the truck stop. Then it got to the point I was more comfortable at the truck stop. I sleep better in my truck. It teaches you stuff. So when you come here, I hope you sub and subscribe and understand that the stuff I'm dropping is more of a lifestyle thing, man. I'm not only just telling you to hit the like button, bro. I'm trying to give you stuff that you will take and listen to and you will put towards a craft that's going to pay you. That's what I'm here to tell you. This is not just, oh, man, look, I'm getting popular. Man, screw all that, bro. Stuff I'm telling you, if you apply, it will affect your check. It will affect your life. If you ignore, you'll know about it. You know how many people come to me years later and be like, yo, you was right. You was right, bro. And I'd be like, right about what? And they'd be like, you was right about everything. You're right about everything. Should we go for another hour? 200 to go for another hour. If not, we could stop it right here. Let me get up and get a water, man. I need to get a water. So let me know if we're going to go for another hour. It's up to y'all. Let me go get a water. if we do go for another hour, if the Cash App is hip, what we're gonna talk about the next hour. We can switch subjects, or we can do a call in. What y'all want to do? Let me know. Probably going to bed after this. Let me know what the deal is. We halfway there. Ryan, I see you. You are the top person to the Cash App. We need one more 100 to keep going. 200 to go. Yeah. New topic, pick it, and I'll do a call-in show. I'll let people call in. Let me get the call-in joint right while we waiting for the last 100 to show up. Let's get the call-in show right. Yeah. Pressure. And who wants to call in? Anybody gonna call in? Y'all ain't picked a topic yet. Nothing. Woo! Topic yet. Nothing. Yo. Let me get the call-in link for y'all to call in. Do y'all know what the call-in link gonna be? Rasha. Let me get the call-in link right. And I will look down to see if we hit our number. Why the call-in link ain't working, bro? Where y'all going? Alright. Who wanna call in? Talk to TB directly. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Invite. Copy link. Let's get some of y'all in here. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll let y'all ask me what you want to talk to me about when you come in. I'll let y'all ask me. That's the call-in link right there. That's the call-in link right there. I'm on to oil fields. I don't want to talk about oil fields, bro. I'm not an oil field. Yeah, he got a CDO. He's good. Let's do a call in. I just dropped the link right there for you to call in. Just dropped the link for you to call in, doggy. I'm gonna let it build up. Listen. Uh-oh, 1011 is the top of the Cash App now. She always got all the money. I don't know if that's Greg, though. But I'm going to say they. They always got the money. They always big dog. And now they top of the Cash App. Kinging it. Been gone for a minute. Y'all back. I know y'all been getting money. Y'all been stacking money. Y'all been sitting on it. Stacking money and sitting on it. Who has more money than a couple that's driving? Who has more money than that? I don't know nobody who got more money than a couple that's driving. They got all the cash. Now let's see here. Invite. Various dangerous in your health. Y'all dropping topics, but you're not calling in. What's the deal? Y'all want it. Y'all literally paid for the call-in show. I'm dropping a link. You ain't spend your money on nothing, did you? I'm standing up right now. I'm trying to work on my back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't better do it for too long, y'all. I'm about to put the table back down. Hold on. Am I on the right thing? Yeah, I'm right. I'm good. Let's make this smaller. Let's see here. Trucking is dangerous to your health. True. Only heavy haulers. Only heavy haulers what? Y'all speaking in code right now. Y'all are speaking in code. Big Money Eric, what's going on?
What's up, Trucker Brown? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm just trying to live like you, boss. That's it.
So I just want to say I'm a big fan, like everybody else in the room. I appreciate you giving all of this knowledge and information to everybody, man.
I
Really.
appreciate you.
I've never I've thought about trucking so many times. My dad is a trucker. He does regional, Southeast. Yeah. But I just wanted to know, you know, a few years ago you were talking about like trucking schools and which one do you think is the best one, and like what do you think is like one that you would go to now? Like what would you do? How would you how would you do it differently is my question. Compared to how you did it in the beginning, what would you do differently? What school? What would your process be? All the things that you know.
How I would become a trucker now compared to then. All right, let's see how this will go. If I was to come into the trucking industry now, I would not go through the mega carrier. Now, this has a caveat. I went through the mega carrier because my current situation said I had to. So if I still had to, I would. But if you have a choice and you have the means to go through a private school, I would say do that. And let me tell you why. When you go to a trucking school, they give you the endorsements needed to do their job. They don't give you the endorsements basically good for your future. So my thing is, if you're going to go get your CDL, you get every endorsement you possibly can get. If the way you're going to get your CDL doesn't end you up with every endorsement and you have the means to, don't do that. You need to get all your endorsements. Every single one. Because the reason why I tell you get every single endorsement, because you don't know what you're going to want to do. So being able to, like when I came in, I had no endorsement. CR England gave me no endorsement. I just got my CDL. That was it. And right now, as I'm older in age, and my health is where it goes when you start getting near your, I'm 38 years old. I don't necessarily want to do flatbed no more. I don't necessarily want to be running all the time. It would be real comfortable for me to do a fuel carry job, but I don't have that endorsement or that training. I don't have it. So now I have to think I got to go pay and get it. And then I got to deal with the worst company of all because my 12 years don't mean nothing because I didn't get my hazmat when I got my license. So it's like I have to do, if I was to do it, I would have to do it in a different way. Now I'm thinking I should have just got it from jump. But here's the thing. I didn't have the opportunity to do that. I didn't have a military GI Bill to get it done free. I didn't have the credit to get my own money to my own loan. And another thing is I didn't know you could do that at all when I first came in. I didn't know. I thought you had to go through the mega carrier. So that's the way that I did it. If you coming out of the streets and you just have to get it, you get it any way you can. But if you have an option, you need to go through a private school and get every endorsement you can get. It puts you in a better position. Now, if here's another thing too. The process is faster through a mega carrier. So when I left, I had a license in my hand in 2 weeks. But I mean, I went through the plantation, bro. So it's like, who wants that? Like, but and another thing I tell you too, Premier Trucking School was an excellent trucking school through CR England. The stuff they taught me kept me out of accidents my whole career. They ain't pay me no money though. They screwed me on the money part. But I will tell you, the safety was good. But I had no endorsement. I just got my CDL. I was driving reefer. I had no hazmat, no doubles. I had to get my own tankers. I got my own passenger. I got my own coach certificate. I got that on my own. But that's about it. That's what I would do. If you have the means, if your father can help you, or you was in the military for a couple of years or something, you go the private way, bro. That is your privilege. But note, I'm always say you ain't go through the plantation and talk shit. That's just part of it, bro. You know, that's part of it. But you got yours. Don't hate on that. You know, it's my little bit of hate because you got it better than me. That's it. Does your father want to pay for you to go to private school, or he gave it up? He left it up to you?
No. We haven't even talked about it. And really, it's not anything. Like, I'm a teacher. You know, I'm a teacher in China, so I don't really. It's not anything that I've been watching your stuff for years. You know, obviously, but I've been thinking about it. It's always been in the back of my mind. I actually went to school to be a teacher, so I got my degree in education. So, but I've always thought about being a trucker. You know, just to see more of the United States. I saw more of other countries than I did of my own. So, I've always thought about it.
See, you're touching on something here. First of all, you're in China. That's nuts. That's just freaking. I don't know how you watch the news and not be scared. That's crazy. But then again, maybe I'm getting the propaganda American news and I have no idea what's going on. And that's what
absolutely right.
Right. Okay. That's true. But here's the thing. I've done some dating when I first started driving a truck. And every woman I talked to said, I want to travel the world. I want to go see different places, all this other shit. And I asked them, where have you been here? And it's always nowhere. Most people have never been to Coeur d'Alene. Most people have never been to Duluth. Most people have never been to Dubois in Iowa. I think it's Dubuque. Most people have never been to up the Pacific Coast Highway at all, let alone drove the whole thing. None of it. You never been to Liberty City. You never been to Lincoln City. You never been to Bainbridge Island. We've never been to all these places I'm naming. Nobody's interested in going to. You'll fly all the way over somewhere else with the women, and they'll go over there and party and drink and take pictures in front of monuments they don't know the meaning of. And it's like, dude, everyone is trying to get here to see this stuff. So how about you see this stuff first and then travel? You doing it, you getting money. That's a totally different situation.
Yeah.
But a person with a master's degree like you, because I'm assuming you have a master's degree because you're a teacher.
Right.
Someone like you thinking of driving a truck, that's insane to me.
Well, let me tell you, the reason I left America was because of the lack of pay for teachers in America.
Oh, so you get a little extra grease on the side for being out there in China.
Oh yeah. It's very nice. It's a lovely place.
Really, China? Even with your.
Yeah, especially with that. You like what people don't realize is that when you live in another country, like an Asian country, you're given the opportunity to show them that Black people aren't the N-word. You know what I mean? So when I initially got to China, I was very like, oh man, I'm Black. You know, don't worry, I'm from America. But then when they actually started to get to know me, I was getting more money than other people were, more money than white people. Yeah,
that's insane, bro. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I was to look at our news, that country's about to be at war with us.
That's propaganda, you know. Just think about this. If you actually met a Chinese person, right? You have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? We're so far removed from politics. You understand? Like us as Americans and them as Chinese people, they don't have, especially in a communist country, they don't think about anything political. They care nothing about that. They love culture. They love American culture. Like they love American culture.
So you married out there?
Yeah. I have a wife and a daughter. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not out there free swinging it then?
No. I met her here, and then we had a daughter. Yeah.
Oh, so your wife is actually a Chinese national?
I know, she's from South Africa.
Now that's South Africa, Black or white? Which one?
Mixed. So in South Africa they have a whole culture of mixed people. They call them coloreds.
They call them coloreds?
Yes, bro. When I first met her, I was like, wait, what? why would you call yourself that? But it's a whole like they're so proud of it. Like
It's like
when you
mulatto.
get time, it's way deeper than that. It's like how you meet like Pan African blacks. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that. They love the fact that they're colored. It's like I can't even explain it to you.
That is crazy, bro.
And the fact that I'm half white and half black, and I've been in South Africa a couple times, and then to like be involved and see so many people that look like you. Like, but you remember, I'm born in '89, so there was no Drake, there was no J. Cole, there was no Obama. Like being mixed back in the '80s, and I mean in the '90s was like, well, what would you rather be, black or white? But
Yeah,
here it's like, no, we're colored. Like you are part of us. Like this is the culture. Like
that is
it's
crazy.
amazing.
Cause colored, that you can't be running around America calling Negroes colored, bro.
When I first met her and I said, "What are you?" And she said human first, but then she told me she was color. I was like, wow, why would you think of yourself that way? But they don't have the negative connotation that we put up that Americans have put on, you know.
Does she sound like since she's from South Africa, does she sound like a British superhero like they be sounding? I want some more. That shit is hilarious
Yeah.
to me. That is crazy, bro. Hey man, I love meeting new people that do different stuff, bro. That's dope, man. I mean, has she thought of what was her reaction when you said, "Hey man, I'm kind of thinking of going back to America." What did she think?
Um, she prefers it over China. She prefers it over China. She would rather our daughter be raised around people that are like in the community, are like our family and stuff like that. Yeah. So she's not she's more for that than she is against China. You know what I'm saying? She's more for that than she is for China.
So she don't want to come to America. I mean, listen, bro.
No, she does. She does. No, she does. But what I'm saying is that she would rather go to America than go to China for sure. Go back, go. Stay in China. Yeah. As far as raising a
Oh,
baby, and she would
she.
rather raise her baby around our families.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, listen, it just depends on what state you coming back to. Well, you ain't coming back to
Yeah.
California, are you?
No, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, you good. You good down there.
Yeah,
You straight
yeah.
down there. I mean, I tell people all the time, the West and North is way more racist than the South. A lot of people don't believe that. They don't know that.
So
Because
true. So
the
true.
truth is there's more black people in the South and white people are used to black people. When you go north and west, they're not even used to being around black people, let alone interacting with one. So I
And
agree with
and
that.
it's yeah, and I'd rather be around people that I know don't like me than people that like do things to sabotage me while they claiming that they like me. That's the difference. That's what I told her. That's the difference between the North and the South. You understand what I mean?
Man, if you came home, I would definitely just work remote, bro. Yeah, I'm sure there's teaching opportunities for around the world for remote. Do you teach English?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you would have a big money out of Dubai, big money out of China, big money out of Japan, all those places. You would make big money doing that online, and you could live anywhere you want. You could even be one of those people who, like, sit on the beach somewhere and just do what you're doing here.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, being a
That's right. Yeah.
trucker, that's a rough one, bro. That's a jump.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, what
You're
I would
right.
do, I would keep him in my back pocket, because I mean, you may make so much money that you can do anything you want, and you may just be like, screw it, I want to freaking drive a truck, so I'm gonna do it. Like, you just do it. I wouldn't necessarily tell you to depend on it with what's going on right now, but then again, I don't know what's going on in the industry of teaching people, so it's
Mhm.
it's up to you. But if you're gonna do it, you have means. It sounds like I would have about a spare $7,000, and I would go totally private.
Mm.
You can even have it to where you only do it on the weekends, so you can still work.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. I've only, obviously, you watch. Most of the information I get is from YouTube. So, what you mostly see is Prime and Swift and
Yeah, that's
things
that.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
that's 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 for cats that have to, bro. Like, that's for people who they're all in. They don't got no choice.
Mm,
And
I see.
those people is usually who I speak for, because they get a pretty raw deal when they go through places like that, because those places are run all the time. There's no going home. If you go private, you could get your hazmat. You could get a home every other night job out the gate. You'll never have to be OTR.
Mm,
Yeah, they treat y'all better than us, bro. They treat y'all better than us.
wow.
Keep the thing causing away. So I mean, I appreciate you for calling in, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. It's a real honor to speak to you, man. I'm really happy that I got to talk to you, man. Thank you so much for the advice as well, man.
I appreciate it, man. Don't be a stranger, buddy.
I sure won't. Thanks, man. See you.
Don't do drugs. Ben, I see you, but you ever pick up the phone when I hit you, so I'm going to hit my boy Creed first. Creed, big money.
I don't know about all that.
The man with all the cash. I can hear you.
Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta say this for all the guys out there. Y'all wanting to come home and, you know, be at home every night, and that 10-hour clock is just a ticking. Look, bro, stay on the road.
What?
Stay on the road. Y'all see what I'm in. Y'all see I'm in this daycare. Worst decision I ever made.
Why you say that?
They still gonna run you like you over the road.
Okay.
They still gonna run you like you over the road. They still gonna, after 10 hours is up, like you said, TB, man, I gotta say, you was right, bro. You was right. I had already made the move before you told me. You were right.
Right.
You were right. And yeah, I came on home. Oh, yeah. I'm finna be home with my old lady, getting that sugar butt. I'm finna be enjoying myself. And sure enough, you know what I mean? It's like, by the time I got off, like you get off during the day, running them 15 hours, 14 hours, by the time you get done doing all of that, it's like you have no energy, no gumption to do anything actually.
Couch potato.
And your old lady looking at you like when you get the money, it's like, well, damn, baby, what? Because she's used to over the road funds.
Right.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so she's still used to that over the road money, that over the road good company money. She's still used to that. So she's expecting that's what's still gonna go down. Now, shout out to my old lady, she a real one. You know what I mean? She's done the me being gone 3 months, me being gone. The best situation I say was the regional type deal.
Every weekend, every other weekend.
You know, every weekend, every other weekend. And some situations, sometimes I would be home at least 3 days out of the week. So it wasn't too bad.
But you saying the money's different?
With regional, yes. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've been doing local, and I've done quite a few different type of local things.
Right.
From trash to flatbed to, you know what I mean? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I even was one of those pop guys. Lord have mercy. No. Lord have mercy. No, look, y'all, don't. Dr. Pepper, I don't care what they offer. Unless you like, you know, BNL, young and tender, you know what I mean? and you know, shout out BNL. You know, and unless you like one of them, you know what I mean? You know, because like you say, TD, it hit me. I was 34. I was 33. I was in Virginia at a truck stop, and I woke up and I just started like I had to stare off into the distance. Like what is going on with my life right now? Like my back, you know what I'm saying? And yes, just yesterday I got out the truck and it was my ankle. Like I didn't fall wrong. I didn't do anything. My ankle was just like, not today.
That's like, a mess,
okay,
bro.
I give you one, and I'll give you guys another example. Okay, I got off at 12 midnight last night. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a disconnect. they thought I was gonna be back in the truck at 7 o'clock. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, that would be illegal.
Right.
So they were like, oh, okay, so yeah, we should be expecting you by 10, no later than 10:15 at the latest. And I'm like, man.
I'm waking up at 10:15. She talking about at the latest.
Hey, telling you, TB, they still expect over the road hours. And local, you are going to work 3 times harder than when you over the road, you get your load, and you got like drive days ahead of you. Oh, I want that back.
Dang. Oh, so you ain't nothing better than a good drive day, especially to a place you know it's gonna be easy to get into. Oh my God.
Come on, TB. You're preaching gospel. You're preaching
good food. Let's say you coming from the West Coast and you going into the South. It's the food, man. You like, oh, I got some food stops I'm gonna hit.
Oh yeah, man. I mean the barbecue. I gotta between Texas and Tennessee's not bad either on the barbecue.
No, not at all.
Tennessee's not bad. Like as far as the barbecue. Also, one other thing. Oh man, why do they want to call me now? I'm busy. Another thing. Other than the food, they always want to call you when you're busy. Other than the food, as far as traveling, just getting out and being able to see, stuff you've never seen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where I'm from, I'm out the Midwest, and this is another thing I try to stress to my wife is we got to get away from the city that we're in because. It's either bad companies that are W-2 or it's, the whole Russian regime.
No, not the Russians, bro. Now listen. If you a hot boy, the Russians is a good place for you because you with all that illegal crap anyway.
But see, that's the thing. It's like, man, I wanna be able to do this. I don't want to lose my life.
Right.
I can't afford that. And I mean, now don't get me wrong, they got some guys that are like on the other side of the world that'll play with your laws and get them right.
Oh
yeah, they literally do. So I mean, if you want a hot boy, yeah, they got some. I'm gonna put it this way, TV. One time I did a run. From Nogales, Arizona, Bradford, Connecticut. TV, I was there literally like 2 days and some change.
You was hot boy.
I was there in 2 days and some change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20, what was it? 22,363 miles.
Hey, see, I a lot of that, when I got a little bit older, I realized I don't want to run illegal because I don't want to be driving that long. When it's time to shut down, I want to shut down. Yeah.
Most definitely. And that's why I'm really trying to find a regional solar power type situation. Because I don't mind throwing no chains. I don't mind throwing.
You don't mind throwing. Most people have a problem with throwing some chains. That's a fact. You having bad signal, brother. You having bad signal. 10-11. Big Money Grill.
What's happening with your TV?
Man, I'm just trying to live like you. That's it. I'm working too hard out here in the streets, man. That's the problem.
Like they say, don't hate me because you ain't me.
That's a fact. Like I done rode all night and I need to be sleeping now, but I was like, let me get this out of the way.
Well, I'm so glad to talk to you. Yesterday was my 52nd birthday, and we out here running OTR and loving life. And
Happy birthday.
by my side Big money grips. Thank you. I appreciate you. You want me to send you my Cash App?
Yeah. I sent you. I think I have your Cash App.
I'm just saying, show me some birthday love, TV. Show me some birthday love.
I'm gonna show you some love. Soon as them rent people get that money out me, bro. You know they want $3,000 a month now.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I just wanted to come on real quick and say to all the rookies out there, it's real easy to listen to other veterans out here, and like you and us and Loshawn and different people that are doing their thing. But the best advice that I can give folks getting into trucking is find the lane that works best for you. Whether it's OTR, whether it's reefer, whether it's military and government, whether it's driving or flatbed, not one is better than the other one. You just have to find your rhythm and, plan your work and work your plan. It's that simple.
That's it. Are y'all feeling this this bad market? Or are y'all don't figure a way around it?
Yeah, we figured a way around it. We're out here running, you know what I'm saying? It's not as frequent as it was because, Congress and the House and the Senate, that kind of slows things down in the space that we're in.
But we about to go to war.
But with the country probably about to go to war, it's getting ready to pick back up in the military and government space. So I know that we're going to be really busy here sooner rather than later. But the upshot is, and is another, gem for folks out there, if you manage your money right, it doesn't matter if it's slow or not. And that's the biggest piece of advice I could give to people is save your money, manage your finances, don't spend money on a bunch of stuff that you don't need, don't have a bunch of car notes that you can't drive because they're not home.
So you and Greg ain't go get no new Denali or nothing when the money start coming?
No, sir. Hell no. No car notes, baby boy.
Hey man, I got a 2007 Tahoe, and I'm making that jump do what it do.
Dang, y'all supposed to turn that in, get like a white Benz Jeep or something.
No, sir.
For what, man? I'm in the truck more than I'm in my other truck.
Right.
I don't know why, but everybody wants to do that. You supposed to do that, and then y'all also supposed to move to somewhere expensive, get a $4,500 house note.
Man, I got the insurance paid for a whole year, everything. That junk just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we out here making money. You know what I'm saying? Once I come off the truck, then I'm gonna spend all my money.
Right now, that's all we can do is make smart choices. That way we can take off when we want to take off. We had the grandbabies down for the summer. We took the summer off. You know what I'm saying? And we had an amazing time and didn't have to worry about finances. You know what I mean? Didn't have to worry about what bill we had to not pay to do this or do that. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious because that's not who I am. But if you do the right things, you'll get to where you want to be. Man. And trust me, we started from the bottom.
Exactly. And you know me, I'm from the city, D.C. So this ain't nothing but like a legal hustle for me. For anybody who's out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Stack your bread and work your plan. And that's all we doing.
I keep forgetting y'all. I'm heavy DMV now. I'm Alexandria cat. So I don't know what part of the city y'all from. Well, y'all Maryland or DC?
No, I'm
DC, baby.
I'm DC.
Oh,
they don't go.
Here we go.
Yeah. DC public schools and all. I'm talking about born in DC.
Northeast, baby. Northwest.
One thing, y'all DC people be the proudest for the most ignorant ghetto shit. I can't stand y'all.
Hey, look. No bullshit. I'm out there. Look, the city wilding right now. So I'm like, I be like, yeah, I'm from Georgia.
Right.
Is it getting worse up there though?
Hey man, it's crazy. It's like GTA up there for real.
I thought that was mostly going on in Philly. It done made it down there to DC.
Man, I think they all compete in Philly, Chicago, and B-more and DC. They trying to figure out who's gonna be on top, man. But it's crazy, man. These youngins them lost their damn mind.
Yeah, they have.
Shit, man, you safe on the truck, bro. For real.
Exactly.
Facts. Unless you're in Maine right now, which we just left from. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Maine, be on the lookout and be careful.
Yeah, we was literally like 40 minutes away from where all that went down. We was up in Portland, Maine.
Who would even expect that would happen in Maine, bro?
I know, right. Of all places.
But you keep doing what you're doing. We're super proud of you. Always glad to support the channel. I'm still working on getting you some sponsorships. All I need is 33 and a third. You know how we do.
We'll figure it all out, man. I gotta get Ben in here. I didn't know he wanted to call in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe, man. Stay on the road, bro.
All right.
Stay up. Ben.
Hey, dog, you gonna hold me hostage like that, player? That's what we do.
You usually don't say nothing, so I'm like, Ben don't want to say nothing, bro.
Hey, no, I didn't even see the chat, but nah, I really wanted to holler at you a couple weeks back, man, when you brought up Bruce Oakley. That's what I wanted to holler at you about.
Bruce who?
Bruce Oakley out of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, I only know him as Oakley. I didn't know the name before that. Bruce.
Yeah, big dog. Yeah, you touched it when you said that online. I said, oh yeah, I got to talk to TB. So I put it. I'm gonna be short, man. Bruce Oakley is the king of the pneumatic field.
Really?
So the whole pneumatic industry, the whole hopper bottom industry, they're the kings. Like I got a company that I work for out of Kansas right now. And they told me straight out, this is the operations manager and even my DM. He told me straight up, he said, Bruce Oakley sets the market. So everybody else just follows suit. So whatever price they set the loads at for the market, that's what everybody else follows suit afterwards. Everybody else get works, whether you work for Blachowski, J&L, who else? Autumn Transportation out of Minnesota, all them other companies, bro. Bruce Oakley is the king. They run everything.
Yeah, because I've been seeing a couple of them cats at the spot, and they look like they okay. They happy with what's going on.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. We just yesterday I had to deliver a load down in Houston, and bro, they treat Bruce Oakley drivers like the president. So if you arrive there before the Bruce Oakley drivers, they'll let you get lined up and everything, let you get hooked up to, wherever you're going to offload or get loaded at. The Bruce Oakley drivers will do the exact same thing. And then, bro, they'll offload them first or load them first before you. And you got there before them. It don't matter if you was there 5 minutes before them, 2 hours before them. I'm telling you, bro, I've never seen anything in my trucking career like it. They get treated like the president, homie.
I've seen them with some flexi jobs at one place. Dude pull up, he had a little Oakley hopper thing. And
hey, they don't be. And if you talk to them, man, they ain't worried about life, bro. They don't care if you offload them super late and 2 days down the road. They don't care, because from the time that Bruce Oakley truck hits the facility's premises, that truck is making them money. Period.
So they getting they got crazy detentions then.
I'm telling you, if you talk to them Bruce Oakley drivers, they're not lying to you, bro. And the crazy thing about it is, this how cold they are. They got a whole podcast on YouTube. You can go click on YouTube, right? Go over there, click on Oakley Podcast, and they'll tell you exactly what they doing, the ins and outs of it, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, Bruce Oakley ain't no joke, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I be hearing like Gold Phoenix and all them other young cats, man, that's sitting up here training, doing all that stuff with driving a reefer, man, please. If I was Gold Phoenix right now, I didn't have a wife, I didn't have children, and this goes for any of you rookie drivers. You ain't got nothing going on. If I was y'all, I would go to Bruce Oakley right now. You would get paid the same amount of money that you were getting paid.
But they would have to have their own truck to go to Bruce Oakley, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they would have to have their own truck. But shoot, in Gold Phoenix case, that's where you're trying to get to anyway.
True.
So, I mean, and especially for all the other rookie drivers, that's where they're trying to get to anyway. So, and then the cat, a couple spots before, the cat before 1011 just hopped up, or not Convertible Creed. The dude that was in China, I'm going to tell you, as well as all the other rookie guys, man, listen, bro, I'm going to say this one time, and I mean this one time only. If trucking is not if it's not your heart's desire, if it's not like a generational thing like it is myself, TB, something like, other people like that, bro, don't get in trucking. Trucking is a lifestyle. Trucking is a mindset. It's not just a job. It's not just a career. It's a lifestyle and it's a mindset. And you got to have a made up mind and you got to have an attitude when you get out here, bro. Because if you just hop into it, like, shout out to VNL, she cool and all, but VNL, A Breezy, I love A Breezy. I don't know if he's been on it in a while. But say, man, this is a lifestyle, bro. It's not just a little
So
gig you do.
hold on. So do you think VNL is like bullshitting? Like she ain't really trying to run, bro? What
Bro,
you trying to say?
I think what she's doing is I think she picked the correct thing for her. And like she said herself, she was like, listen, I know trucking is not a long-term deal for me, so I'm using this as a stepstone. I respect that. But I'm speaking for the guys that are coming on here that are bushy wide tail, and just like, oh man, I'm gonna get in the truck and I'm gonna make all this money. No, bro, like either have the attitude and mindset of like a BNL, like, okay, I'm just gonna use trucking temporarily to get to where I'm trying to go. Or if this is truly what you're trying to do, like majority of them be talking, like, bro, I'm telling you right now, this ain't what you want. You're gonna get ate alive, and spit out. No pressure, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Trucking is a lifestyle, homie. It's something that you gotta have a made up mind and gotta be ready to do, bro. Like,
so, other words, VNL ain't real. That's what I heard.
I mean, her license tell you where she at, but I digress.
Yo, oh my God, VNL, where you at? You got to pull up, shout him. You got to pull up, Phil. Where you at? No, I be playing with VNL, but no,
no, man.
I understand what
VNL, man. Hold it down, VNL. You doing your thing, man. Shout out to you, man.
You know what
shout out to you.
I think about that though, for real. I feel like people come into this game and they think it's not gonna be long term. Every time I hear that,
it's long term, bro.
I be thinking you're not getting out. Like they got you.
And they be the main ones that had a 15, 20-year career.
Oh yeah, perfect record.
Bro, that tells you, that be telling you the day you meet them, they be like, yeah, man, I'm a retire, tomorrow. And I already got my, my beachfront property and everything. And I already got my kids paid for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't spoke to them in about 10 years, but they gonna take care of me. And then you'll see them 2 weeks down the line. You be like,
driving.
Bro, I thought you was retired. Oh man, well, like, come on, bro. Like, it's a lifestyle, G. Like,
now, hold on, let me get this right, because I gotta get this right, because VNL never shared with me that she was just gonna. So she said she was gonna be getting out. Like, she not doing this long term, is what she said.
No, I mean, I think in one of the lives she was talking, maybe I misunderstood her, so don't quote me. But I think when I seen one of the lives that you had her on, she was talking about how, because I think she got like a setup and everything. Ain't she doing her own YouTube podcast and stuff like that?
Her stuff together.
Yeah. So I think she was just explaining to all the other cats, like, hey, like, listen, I'm not trying to be a super trucker. Like, I think she was explaining that she got other ventures that she want to look into and get into. You know what I'm saying? And she good where she at. She like the money she making. She's straight.
Yeah, she worked too hard for me. She worked way too hard for me.
Yeah, but the cast that I'm speaking specifically to is the ones that's all in the chat, bro. Like, oh man, I'm what companies I need to go to? Listen, bro. Hey man, like, let me tell you straight up. That's cool and all to find out what company you're gonna go to, but you need to have your mind made up that this is what you are going to do. Because like, if you just coming in for the money, hey man, I don't know how many guys that keep coming on here telling you that you're gonna get pimped out. They gonna get you, bro.
Yeah.
they gonna get you, bro.
They see you coming. They see you coming.
You got like 30 lives back to back to back telling these guys, like, hey, bro, come in here with your mind made up. Come in here with your mind made up. And these guys all fall victim to it. Like, and then for Convertible Creed, he preaching to the choir, bro. I be trying to explain that to my wife, man. She be, hey, man, I want you to come off the road and do local work. Like, I don't have no issue with doing local work, but baby, like Convertible Creed said, say, bro, they be wanting you to run the same amount, if not more, when you local versus when you OTR. Ain't nothing like when you OTR, bro. You get your load, you get loaded, and you just drive down the road and to get to your destination, just calm and peacefully, take your time.
Got Crocs on and basketball shorts.
Crocs on, majority of the time, you don't play it out, you playing music, whatever. Bro, when you is local, homie, hey, you got about 52 stops back to back to back. They don't care nothing about if you sick, if you tired, what's going on at home. They don't care, bro. Like, and then you be on work 15, 16, 20 hours, you know what I'm saying? But they have it set up to where it seems legal, but you like, damn, bro, like, where the time go, bro? Like, and just you doing that back to back to back.
Right.
Bro. Better stick to that OTR, big homie.
Hold on. I got another caller in here, Ben. I appreciate you.
Hey man, ain't nothing to it, man. Hey, stop holding me hostage in the
Hey,
back,
I
man.
didn't know you was back, man. I swear to, because usually you come here, you don't say nothing. So I was like, all right.
No, man. I've just been, trying to stay sucker free and get my bread. You feel me?
That's all you can do, play. I appreciate you.
All right, man. I'll holler back at you.
BNL. Oh no.
Okay, can you hear me? Cause I ain't got my setup. I ain't even in
Hold
my
on,
space.
BNL. Don't rush us. Let me hash this out real quick.
Okay.
This man said you on real, bro. He said that you just said you was doing this for a little bit. You ain't really about this, man. Like, explain this to me.
Yeah. I'm always let people have their spot. I'm not going. You say what you gotta say, because when I come in, I really have to shut all this down. Y'all doing like. I'm listening, but I'm not listening. But let me just say this. First of all, when it comes to touch freight, because everybody got an opinion about touch freight.
Right.
The real reason why I do touch freight, yes, it's very hard on the body. We all know this. The real reason why I do touch freight is because I'm younger than all of you. So my body, it doesn't hurt me as much as it would hurt you. Do I want to unload kitty litter? No. I would love to bump a dock. That's not what I'm doing. Secondly, I'm not doing trucking just for money. I'm not doing trucking for short term. Like, I have multiple things I want to do. Trucking is involved in. It's not like, oh, I got a podcast, so I'm gonna stop driving. Absolutely not. Like,
that's the way he made it seem.
No. The only person that can tell you what VNL's doing is VNL. So,
I mean, when I heard it, I was like, that is very interesting, because VNL usually be in the street like that, and he made it seem like, you powder puffing out here, like you ain't really running. But I'm like, what? And he said, you said it though. You said it.
This news to me. I'm trying to figure out how y'all know more about me than me. I'm just trying to figure out, like, when did we learn about me? Like,
no, the truth, you know what it really rolls me up to is that people be watching you, bro. That's the second time someone brought you up.
What's crazy? I'm finna drop this. The less you put on the internet, the more people want to know. I don't drop videos consistently. Like, but that first podcast been up for what?
2 weeks?
Probably a little minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I need to get some work done. I got some feedback from you and several other people. That's why I'm not constantly dropping trash. I want to drop stuff that people are going to listen to.
Right. Well,
So
I done told you, man, like I tease you about shit all the time. That's why I stuck on it, because it fit my narrative of how I tease you. When he was like, oh, she ain't really so-and-so and so. I was like, I've been saying that for years. Like, she ain't OTR, she ain't real. When he said it, I was like, oh, shit. You done said what I've been saying, bro.
Goodbye.
No, you thugging more than most, man, because I'm tell you, bro, I don't care if I'm young or not. You get all the kudos of what you do. I'm not about to do none of that, bro.
But the way I look at it is always somebody that got a harder. Like, yeah, they see me unload. First of all, everything that's on my truck, I don't unload it. I drop the pallet, put it back on the truck, and pull off. Cisco, another story. Pepsi, another story. It's always somebody that got a harder than you. Believe that. Always.
Yeah, but he said that you able to do it because, in his words, is you a young tenderoni.
But it's young people that don't even want to touch freight, so how is that valid?
That's a fact. That is hell. These young people don't even want to work.
It's young people that's going OTR in the truck with their trainer, the original way to do trucking. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you knew what you wanted, bro. You knew what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, and to piggyback real quick, because I don't know if you got somebody else here. Piggyback real quick, when people be like, you go over the road and all you got to do is get your load and drive. No, it's not just. I hate when people do that, because I know a lot of OTR people that say what OTR is. Y'all go to several different places. The check-in process is most likely different. You don't know if you can sleep there. You got to run your clock a certain way. Being regional, yeah, hell, I got a bunch of stops on my truck, but I get to go when I want to. As long as the store is open, I can deliver. I can sit at Love's for 4 hours if I want to and chill.
Yeah, VNL, you work. It's not even close to OTR is a luxury cruise compared to what you do. A luxury.
Yeah,
cruise.
but you have to want to do that.
That's
Some
true.
People don't want to. Just true. Like when y'all talking about owning a truck, everybody doesn't want to own their own truck. Gold Phoenix is working towards that. He's training. He's getting the ropes to own his own truck. I don't want to own my own truck. That's not a goal for me.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I agree, man. You got to want to do it, because trucking is one of those jobs when you don't want to do your job no more, it is the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree because you're uncomfortable. So I feel like, man, you know you real, bro. You ain't gotta have no explanation.
I had to come on here because I was watching my show because I'm on vacation from my dedicated job. So I had to come on here and hear, some stuff was getting talked about. I had to hop on for a minute. I ain't got my setup, but I'm still here.
He just brought it up. I swear to God, I ain't bring that shit up, bro.
I'm like, dang, I ain't even posted a video in a minute, y'all. Watch it like that.
That's how you know, like, yo, you're not safe out here. Cats is paying attention to your page, bro.
I see.
And you know what it is? You're doing too much partying on your social media, and they feel like, oh, she having too much fun. No.
See, with social media, all 3 of my social medias get all 3 different videos. If you follow me Instagram, I promise you're not seeing everything. My company follows Instagram. So ain't no way in the world I'm finna wild out and show the whole world. Y'all got me bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I say? I want you to stop drinking altogether. But that happens later on in life.
Mug can't have a shot at 26.
But I just wanted, like, when y'all pop the bottle open, I want you to hear my voice be like, don't drink that. I want it to be that bad.
But it's like when you taking a break, when you go on a break from off the road and you enjoy yourself a little bit, then it's time to get back on the grind. You can't do this all the time.
True. And
you gotta be disciplined.
Like Convertible Creed said, you'll hit the wall. You just haven't hit it yet.
I surely have it. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, like I said, you gotta come in when your channel's all set up so we can do stuff and we can push the crowd towards the channel and the whole 9, but you've been bullshitting.
I'm gonna tell you what's been going on. Some personal stuff that's been going on. That's why I ain't pulled the trigger on what we talked about. But.
All right, you gonna be on the game later?
No, I'm coming back Sunday.
Sunday? I thought you were on vacation.
Huh?
I thought you was on vacation.
No, I am on vacation, but I'm saying I come back to my spot Sunday. I don't go back to work till Wednesday, so I'm gonna step out in 2 days.
You in these streets? Okay.
Hot. Baby. Okay. ATL, stand up, Atlanta, where y'all at?
Y'all you down there trying to die. Okay, that's what's up. Do your thing, bro. Let me know when you come back. We gonna talk about it, all right?
All right, see you.
Don't do drugs. She gonna go down there and drink, Creed. We know that. Hold on, let me get a couple of these cats out, Creed. Give me a second. I got Pee-wee done got backed up. Taz.
What's going on, driver?
What's going on, Big Money? How you doing, bro?
I can't call it, man. I'm getting ready to wrap my day up, man. I'm a local driver out here in Atlanta, man.
You riding with a bulletproof vest out there, huh?
Man, I'm out the way, bro. Real talk. I don't be in the mix like that, man. I stay in my truck and handle my business and go home, bro. That's all I do, man.
That's the best way to do it. Ain't nobody looking at you.
Yeah, it's quite steady right now. The holiday is coming around, man, so it's really picking up, man. I'm a driver with JB Hunt. So right now the freight picking up for us, man.
Really?
Pick up. Yeah. I'm on a weekend route. I work Friday through Monday, so it's like it's really sweet, bro. I can't cap, man. It's like. I've been hearing all the other drivers you've been having in the chat, talking about, what they got going on. OTR is this and local is that. But real talk, it's my perspective, bro. It's really about what you really have in mind when you got in the, in the trucking industry, man.
Right.
It ain't gonna always be sunny. It ain't gonna always be rainy. I ain't never owned my own truck. That's something I got, aspirations to do. I know you know something about that. But I'm, right now, bro, when I first started driving 8 years ago, this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a local driver because I started with CRST.
Ooh.
And I tell you,
sheesh.
They pimped the shit out of us at CRST, bro. They pimped our ass. They had us go.
They worse than CR England.
Oh, man, it was bad, bro. I was gone like 3 months for the training. I had to do like 2.5 months with the school and doing the orientation bullshit they had. Then I had to do another month with a driver trainer. He was an owner out.
What was you getting a mile?
Huh?
What was you getting a mile?
Man, I was getting real talk like it was either 19 cents or 21 cents. It was bad, bro. It was bad. They fucked over us. don't know if I can curse. My bad.
No, you good. I told cats that I started at 24 cents, and they were like, "Man, that's not true." I said, "Man, 24 cents is what I started with, dog."
It was a 21-cent split miles. You know, CRST was doing. They do team driving, and bro, they had the good thing was I got to travel. I got to see shit. That was, because that's what I wanted to get in the truck and do. The travel. I wanted to travel.
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about the money when I got into this shit. Real talk. I just wanted a job that I ain't had to worry about being micromanaged. Something I need to holler at you about. Because JB Hunt, they micromanaging. They cracking down on this micromanaging shit. That's why I got into trucking, though, man. So I ain't got to worry about having nobody over my shoulder.
The more you go home, the more they over your shoulder, brother.
Yeah, and I wanted to be able to, make a little money. Because I'm from Louisiana originally. And, I got folks who drive trucks. My uncles, they grew trucks. I never seen these dudes starve, bro. I never seen these dudes go without.
Right.
Always clean. Always got a new ride. House paid for.
Oh, yeah. Especially down the county. It's just cheaper to live, and they getting money all over the nation. They winning.
Yeah, and my uncle, he's a dump truck driver, but he owned his dump truck.
Oh, he was getting all kind of money.
So he was doing over the road too, but then he got his own dump truck.
Yeah, he getting all kind of money with it.
Yeah, dump truck. I did dump trucking, bro. That shit was whack. I didn't care for it.
Why didn't you like dump truck, bro?
Oh no, it was bad, bro. I wasn't making no money, dog.
No, you gotta own you gotta own it or be at a union place to really make some money. But if you own it, he charging them companies $85, $95 an hour, and he rocking 2 shifts. That's 24 hours a day.
Yeah, my boss who I was working for out here in Atlanta, he passed away in December. God rest his soul. But he had like 4 trucks, and he was getting paid like $90 an hour.
Yeah, he was getting money.
For each truck he had. And he had his own truck. So he really had 5 trucks.
Yeah, he was getting money. But they don't be trying to get nobody no more than like $20 out of that 90.
Yeah, that's how much he paid me, like 21.
Yeah.
21
right. So like you will basically have to slave for that food 12 hours a week and work that weekend because he hit you with it's an option to work weekends to make more money bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
yeah, been there, bro, been there. That means you ain't gonna make no money unless you run that freaking Saturday. That's a fact. Nah, look, listen, Tay. I got 2 people in the queue, man. I can't hold them forever, man. But
man, you go ahead, drive. I was just hitting you up, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But listen, the more you go home, the more they gonna get you. Like they say, man, them UPS guys is getting surveilled more than anybody. They making a bunch of money.
Yeah, they right now the local drivers cool. They ain't got no cameras in these trucks right now.
They coming.
The regional drivers, yeah, they got cameras on their ass.
Yeah, they coming though.
Micromanaging the shit out of them.
Yeah, they gonna get you, man. And if they don't do the camera, they gonna do the one that can at least see if you're on your phone. It ain't a camera, but it can tell you're on your phone.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch it. Get off that phone, bro.
They do that, I'm gone, man.
You're back to OTR.
Yeah, I'm back over the road. Like, man, I gotta do something. I can't have them on my back like that.
I feel you, brother. Be safe out there. Don't do drugs, man.
Hell yeah, no fun. Oh yeah, hell nah.
I see you, Creed. Bear with me. Mr. Mark, what's going on, big money?
What's going on, TB? How you doing?
Man, I'm just trying to live as good as y'all, bro. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, man, I was just calling in. I ain't called in a while, man. It's been a while. I know I say that every time I call in, but
where you been?
Man, I'm here. Man, just been working. I'm here to tell you though that local ain't that bad,
man. So you think Creed just whining?
Yeah. man, look. I come in every day. I clock in, man. I see what all I got. Usually I run about 4, 5 at the most, 5 loads at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Today I got 3. I just run up there, I load my own trailer. It's cool. Come back and load my own trailer.
Stop. What you mean you load your own trailer? What that mean?
I load my own trailer, man. Yeah.
And you said that mean Creed was right then. You loading your own trailer and doing 5 loads?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, it really ain't that bad. Yeah, like today, like I said, I got 3 loads. It's a little bit of driving, but I don't really have to work that hard at my job. What I do,
What are you carrying?
it's I'm doing tanker right now, so I'm hauling fuel right now. So
Oh man,
like I said,
you know what, Mark? No, we got to stop you right here because you freaking high flying sons of bitches get on my nerves. You over here living the dream, talking about it ain't that hard.
It really ain't. It really, like I said, you come in, load your own trailer, and then you drive to the you drive to the little gas station, the little truck stop, whatever. You unload your fuel, and you own about your day.
When you tell somebody you load your own trailer, we think you taking cases of stuff onto the trailer. All you doing is hooking up to the pipe and it fills up.
Yep.
Oh, I can't stand y'all fuel cats because y'all making all that money, y'all living good. That's totally different than what he was talking about, bro. You a ball player. You getting all the money.
Yeah. Well, I won't say that, but you know what I mean. It's cool, man. It's cool. It can actually get kind of boring sometimes.
What you 150?
You said what now?
160?
Oh no, I ain't that high.
Or 145.
It's good and consistent. It ain't that high.
You know what's funny? Every time you get a hazmat dude on here, they don't want to tell you what they make. You got you all right, a week. What you seeing? 17 take home?
Yeah. Some around there. Yeah, it's about around there. It's consistently around there.
17 take home, and all you do is pump the tank and drop the tank.
Yep.
And you drive. You day cabin? What you in 300 miles? Within 300 miles?
Yep, within 300 miles.
Home every night.
I don't even drive that far. Home every night.
Get out of here. And your old lady got a good job.
Yep.
I can't stand you, motherfucker. I can't stand them, bro. Hold on. Stop. Stay right. Hold on, Mark. I gotta bring Creed up in here for this. You see how they do you? You see how they do you?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, TV? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, it ain't that bad. Local pretty sweet. Oh yeah. Well, by the way, what you do? Oh man, I'm a fuel hog.
Living the dream, bro.
Come on, man.
He living the dream.
Come on, man. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I can stop these.
Oh, you can't. So you can't smoke and drive the fuel tank. That's right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They like,
Can you vape? Okay. Can you vape and drive the fuel tank? Oh, let's.
That I don't know.
Let's ask Mark. Mark, can I vape?
Yo.
Can I use like a vape pen and drive the fuel tank?
Not in the truck. No, you got to be at least 50 feet away. But they do at the places you load at. If you want to pull off to the side or whatnot, you can smoke. You can do whatever. They got little places for that. But no, not in the truck.
So I can't even vape. That ain't gonna blow nothing up.
Nah, man. No, you can't even do that. Not in the truck, man.
So let's look at it. So if Creed gets to the place, he fuel up, or he has to wait. He just got to hop out the truck, walk a good 30, 40 feet away, and he can smoke a cigarette over there.
Yeah. That's what you would have to do. But like I said, they got designated areas for that.
Oh, so they have a smoking section.
There's areas for that. You don't do it under the rack. You don't do it inside the truck. But wherever you're away from all that, you can do what you can do. You know what I mean? It ain't that. It ain't that. It ain't like you can't smoke at all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He just can't be driving down the street just burning one, letting the ashes fall behind him.
No, I see some owner operators do it, but hey, let them risk it.
So how much? Let's say if we got Creed to get his hazmat now, how much? Where could he go to start as a rookie, like with no tanker experience?
No tanker experience,
right?
So, it can be kind of tricky because you may not have tanker experience, but they do want you to at least have some sort of trucking experience. So
right, so he got a couple years, but he just don't have a hazmat portion. He got 5 years.
Yeah, like
years.
places like Loves and Pilot, they'll take you.
So he can get in there now then if he get a patch and stop smoking like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get your hazmat tanker.
Oh,
You go,
snap.
you just go right up to them, call them, say, "Hey, I got 2 years. I got my hazmat tanker. Do you have a position?" They'll say, "Yeah." Um,
Now,
they'll put you
hold
with a
on.
trainer for about a month.
Creed, you got
Okay.
do you have a hazmat?
No, I don't got my hazmat. I honestly never went for it because I was under the misconception that if I smoke, ain't nobody trying to hire me.
Yeah,
So I never looked into it.
yeah, I would definitely say if you own the nicotine like me, I'm on a dragon. Like I'm addicted to nicotine. It is what it is at this point. But if you are, I would switch to a vaporizer and do the 40 feet away, and I would go for it because you talking about I think to get your hazmat is about $400, but it ain't that expensive.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it ain't expensive, and a lot of these places have reimbursement. Hold on. Hey,
Okay.
Mark, don't they got reimbursement at some of these companies?
Some of them you have to call and ask. But for me, when I got my hazmat, I think they started doing this in 2022. But you had to go on some accredited website to get online training first before you go to a DMV and get your and test for your hazmat, test out for your hazmat. So it's about a couple $100 for that. About I think I paid like 260 for mine,
Right, and then
and then I
depending on
went
what
to
state
the
you in, it's like $85 at the DMV. So it's about $300-$400.
yeah, hmm
Yeah, that ain't a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
money.
about that.
Hold on, let's see if we can get him over there. What'd you say?
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you need to. This is what you need to do. You need to go to the vape store, find a vape you can deal with, because we don't even want to play with that fire into this shit. We don't try to stop that.
Right.
Go to the vape store, find a vape you can deal with, and then you need to get you need to go online to the accredited places so you can just do it at the crib on the laptop and get that training part done, and then just knock that bitch out, bro.
Yeah, see, thanks, DB. I appreciate it, man. That helps.
Yeah.
That helps. Thanks. What's your guy's name, Mark?
Yeah, his name Mark. Hold on. Is there a website that everybody go to, Mark?
Is different. There's different kinds of websites. If you want to go to your DMV and you ask them, how do I go about getting my hazmat? They'll point you in the right direction from there. And also, what else? Trying to think. Oh yeah, you gotta get fingerprinted by TSA too. There's that too.
Right.
Yeah, you should have that already though.
If you live near an airport, yeah. And some places may also want you to get your TWIC card.
You got your TWIC card?
So you gotta have your TWIC card too.
I ain't got my TWIC, but I know how to go about getting it.
You gonna.
Yeah.
I never went about doing it because again, I thought like, okay, you a smoker? Nah, we not hiring at all.
No, I would say go get you a vape. When I got on vapes, it kicked smoking out. It kicked cigarettes out the way because vape is a better delivery system anyway. It's way better than cigarettes. You go get you a vape and you got it.
I've been watching you for a while, TV, and I noticed you switch. You cut all that up.
Yeah, and the smell. Cause my trucks don't smell like my car, and my cars don't smell like nothing. They smell like cinnamon because I vape like cereal. Like I don't even be vaping nothing crazy. So if you did that, hold on, you in North Carolina. Someone right now drop us an accredited school or accredited website where he can just kind of be on his phone and do the little joint on his braking joint. Give me that link in the description. I mean in the chat, so he can get that done. Cause he talking about jumping you up to 150, bro, and you ain't working hard.
Hey, I'll take 105.
That's so fast.
Hey, cause right now it's like 47, and I'm talking about I be sweating.
47,
I know you see me off camera. I know you saw me off camera. I had to get out the truck. I had to run. Like they give me just in time load. Just get it there.
No,
that's the type of loads I'm running.
Brother, you gotta kind of invest in your. If you can just do that on the laptop at the crib, that'd be an easy couple of weeks get that knocked out, bro. And
I'm definitely on. I'm going to the DMV tomorrow. I'm be up there.
Yeah, see what they talking about, man. See what they talking about. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I appreciate you, Creed.
Hey, appreciate you, TB. Like you always say, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, bro. You gotta get off them drugs. You don't get nowhere, bro.
Hey, that nicotine is drug, y'all. Don't do it.
I can't kick it, bro. I can't kick it, dog. I can't do it. I'm gonna try, bro. I'm trying, bro. I swear to God.
I'm trying too, CC. I'm gonna try with you, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Mark, I appreciate you dropping that knowledge, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, man. I'll call in whenever you do another show, man.
I appreciate you, Mark, man. And when you come back, hopefully you have a couple of websites we can spread around, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I gotta look them up because it's been a minute since I did that, but I'll come back and I'll drop it.
All right, man. Live good. Don't do drugs. I appreciate you. Listen, y'all, this has been another Trucker Brown show. I appreciate it. We went to almost the third hour. Appreciate the love. Hopefully you burned some miles. Hopefully you learned some stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed it, man. That's what it's about. I don't want you to do drugs. I want you to get off the drugs, please. I'm just trying to do better, bro. That's it. I ain't trying to do nothing else. I'm just trying to do better. And they don't want me to do better. That's a fact. They never want you to do better. But you know what? We're going to do better. Thanks for all the people who show love to the Cash App. I have to give them a shout out. How do I give them a shout out? Let's give them a shout out right now. Cause they showed us love. The people who showed love to the Cash App. IBA show love to the Cash App, says thanks for everything. Julius Scott show love to the Cash App, says thanks for everything. Top of the Cash App is 1011. Greg, they got all the money. All the money. Ryan Sims, second in the Cash App. Big dollars ballin'. Twan L, Robert Williams, and Dash Kings. Appreciate the love. Twan L again. Hold up. Ryan's top of the Cash App. He sent 2 Cash Apps. He the big boss of the North with $150. Petty Officer. I appreciate the love, Playboy. Bad Nephew. Big Nuck. I see you. Lord Lane. Judah says keep kicking the rear. Another Big Nuck. Appreciate the love. Jaron Gordon first to the Cash App. No, actually, let me take that back. Juju was the first to the Cash App. Jua, Beezy, S. Will, Roy, Neville Bati, Brian Lee. Appreciate the love. You gotta actually pay for the rebirth and the re-education. They wanna shut us down, doggy. We not gonna let them.